Good evening, everybody. I'm glad that y'all could be with us tonight. I'm going to cover just a little bit of some reminders and information about what's going to be happening tonight before we get started. So, just to let you know, this will be the only web link that you need to click on tonight. You won't need to go to another presentation link as we change presenters. We will be staying in this one until the conclusion. We do have an event after orientation finishes tonight. We will have our online mixer for those that want to stay around, talk to some fellow graduate students and ask some additional questions. Several of us are going to stay online. That starts at 7:15, and we're just going to be around and help you with whatever you might need. So there is a link for that. We'll post that at the end of this evening. But for the rest of the presentations, you can just stay here. Don't forget to check our website for our upcoming program coordinator chats. We have some that are beginning tonight through Friday. Please look at that, see if your program is holding one virtually or in person. If you don't see your program, let us know. We'll help you find out information for that. But all of that information is on our website as well. Feel free to use our chat tonight to throw any questions our way. We will answer them as we are presenting. And again, at the end, we'll wrap up with those questions we may not have addressed in our presentations. There will be a slight little minute break in between presenters tonight so that we can change out our presentation. So just stay on. It'll take just about a minute. And then at the end of tonight, we do want your feedback on how the evening went. We'll have a evaluation we'll be sending out to you. So please complete it. It lets us know your thoughts and how we can better serve you. So please do that and complete it for us, and we'd greatly appreciate it. Those are my little housekeeping agenda items for this evening. We want to wish you a great night, and we want to get started because we know that we have a lot of information to share with you. So it is my pleasure to bring on our Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Clarinda Phillips, to provide our official welcome on behalf of the university.
Thank you, Leticia. And I'm just going to pretend like you all can talk back to me. I'm one of those people, maybe it's from too many years in the classroom, but I'm like, hello. Nobody waved at me. I don't even know what to make of that. Thank you. I just want, on behalf of President Miller, I am excited to welcome you to Texas A&M University Corpus Christi. I am excited that you are here. I'm excited that you have chosen to invest in you. So welcome to Texas A&M University Corpus Christi. Today, you will be introduced to a variety of resources that Texas A&M University Corpus Christi has to offer. But I first want to let you know that you have made the right choice. With everything else that is probably going on in your life, and of course there's COVID, I want you to know you are exactly where you are supposed to be. At this time in your life, you are supposed to be an islander. And so I welcome you to the Island University. Congratulations, you're ready for your grad school journey. You have already demonstrated that you are an achiever. You have already demonstrated success in the classroom. You already have at least one college degree, and that makes you one of a few people in the world that has a college degree. So you have a college degree, you have one, you have that bachelor's degree, and you are now ready for what's next. Your next is an opportunity for you to invest in you. Your next is an opportunity for you to spend your time at the Island University learning more, growing. And my hope is that you are here not only to make your life better, but to make your family's life better and to make our community better. We need you. We need thinkers and we need doers who are going to solve the world's problems. We need people who are committed to improving the lives of others. And that's what a graduate degree does for you. It helps you understand more deeply what it is we need to solve the world's problems. So thank you again. I'm thanking you, one, because you chose A&M Corpus Christi, but I'm thanking you in advance for what you will do for this community, for your families, and yes, for the United States and beyond. One of the most important characteristics of an Islander is to strive for excellence in all areas of your life. I am convinced that as you pursue your graduate studies, you will be committed to excellence. Yes, this means you have to be excellent or strive for excellence in your classwork, in your personal health, in your friendships, your family. And of course, that means you'll need to find ways to balance. Balance all that life throws at you. And yes, that means you have to get those assignments done. But no, you are not in this alone. The resources that you will get introduced to this evening, the faculty and staff here at the Island University are committed to your success. As graduate students, we are expecting you to let us know what you need. We want you to tell us how we can help you have that epic experience. So don't hesitate to let us know. We do not take you choosing us for granted. Now, as you make your way through today's programming in this virtual format, um, think about ways that you can leave your mark on the Island University. Think about ways that you can improve the learning, not just of your fellow students, but you can help faculty learn as well. I tell students all the time, you're not just here to consume knowledge. You're not here just to take in what other people think. You're here to put your thoughts out there. You're here to help create knowledge. So join us in being co-creators of knowledge. Please know that I, along with all your fellow Islanders, are pleased that you are here. You are going to love being an Islander. And so, welcome to the Islander family. Let us know how we can help you succeed. Woohoo! Woohoo! I'm a woohooer right there. I'm one of those, so when you see me on campus, right, or if you see me in a virtual format and I throw a woohoo at you, don't hesitate to throw me a woohoo back because I generally am excited about us becoming better people. And I went on and on, right? I'm supposed to be done. My time is up. But anyway, I am excited that you care enough about you and you care enough about your families that you want to grow as a person and learn more. So with that, I'm going to cut myself off. I am so excited that you're here. I hope to see you around. And in the future, I want to be looking for you to do big things, not little things. I'm going to be looking for you to do big things. So make us proud.
Thank you, Provost.
So, everybody, at this time, we are going to continue on and we are going to spend the next little bit of time uh, with our Dean for our College of Graduate Studies, Dr. Karen Mccaleb, who's going to talk everything grad. That's why we're here, and we're going to turn our sights onto her. So, Dr. Mccaleb.
Thanks, Leticia. Welcome, Grad Islanders. As you see, our provost has amazing energy, especially for the end of the day and the first week of faculty being back. She is known for her woohoos, so she is not kidding you that when she sees you on campus, that is exactly how she will greet you. Many of us try to emulate her, but for me, it's a little sad. But maybe you'll have better luck. Also, that's one unwritten rule is the woohoo. And for those of you that will be on campus Tuesdays, we wear blue. So you may be looking out saying, what's with blue? I didn't get the memo. Tuesdays is Blues Days on our island. So just another unwritten rule for you to put down along with everything else on your mind that you are going through. We are, I can't echo enough how glad we are that you are here, especially this past year. I don't know about you, but I think everyone's a little exhausted. There's a part of everybody that's just a little drained at this time, no matter how exciting things are. And I think we have to hold on to that excitement to move forward and to move forward together, because it really has been a year of challenges. But we've also had a great year of learning amidst this. And last year, so you know, we had several new graduate students coming in, hundreds as well. And we usually have done an on-campus orientation, and we had to switch to virtual because we wanted people to have this information prior to coming to classes or starting their online graduate experience. And it went really well. And what we heard was, you know, this worked great for me because one, I'm an on-campus or online student, or, you know, I work and then, you know, I have my family obligations and I have other commitments. There is absolutely no way I can make it to campus. And we understand and we heard you. So we are offering this session, but there's also some folks that are like, you know, I really want that, you know, interpersonal connection and meet and greet and that face-to-face. So we're also having an on-campus orientation on Thursday. It's not just a repeat of what is tonight. There will be really time to meet with key people, more one-on-one interaction with some of the key offices and people to help with online courses and a bunch of other things that we will get into a little bit later on. But if you're interested in doing that, I hope you attend both. We have several people that are attending both online and face-to-face. You are more than welcome. We just asked you to pre-register because we have an awesome dinner that we serve, and we want to make sure we have enough so everyone can get second or thirds or whatever. So keep that in mind as you go. And this is not a one-shot deal. When you get this information, it will be posted online, and you can always contact any of us for assistance. And we'll be checking up on you as well, just to make sure things are going well. For some of you, you are coming directly from another degree. So you're thinking, you know, and you may have gotten your degree here. I've got this Blackboard thing down, or I've got SAIL down, or registration, and that's great. For some of you, it may have been a while, or you're coming from a different university, or even a different state sometimes. That's fine too. We're going to meet you where you are at, where the provost said, this is your journey. This really is. It's not a race. You're not in competition with anybody else. This is all about you and your education, and what you make of it and what you get out of it will be much more than content knowledge. It really is a critical time and a life-changing time for many people. One thing I'm going to ask you to do is, if you are not familiar with our College of Graduate Studies website, I'm going to ask you to check that out like today or tomorrow, because if you're interested in funding opportunities or knowing your catalog or advisor information, events of professional development, we have it all there. So that's a page you are going to want to bookmark, so you don't have to search for it every single time. I also want to talk to you about graduate college and what we do for you. Because if you're in the College of Science and Engineering, you think, I just need that. Or College of Nursing, okay, I had my orientation, I know my degree, or education, or business, or liberal arts. We have amazing faculty, and they are going to teach you that discipline-specific knowledge. What we do is everything else. We do not do the content area knowledge. We leave that up to the experts in the colleges. But we support you from this moment forward, from start, from admission to finish. And I mean by graduation. We clear your paperwork for graduation. We will be there for your hooding ceremonies. We take you all the way through. If you run into a question or a problem and you do not know who to talk to because maybe it's not about one of your courses, maybe it's a financial one, maybe it's an issue about scholarships, maybe you're having a tough semester or you got a promotion at work and you're thinking there is absolutely no way that I can do grad school and my job this semester. Whatever your concerns are, you need to contact us. We can walk you through it. The people that you are going to be your best friends through this journey are going to be your advisors. Each one of you will have 2 advisors. One will be a faculty member in your department who will be assigned to you. And it's someone in your discipline. And the other one will be a specialized graduate advisor from the College of Graduate Studies. And they are here, and you will get a chance to meet with them tonight and get to know who they are. And then you'll also get a chance to meet with them on Thursday if you are able to come and join us then. But they are your point of contact. So if you are struggling with a course, you've had something come up that you are unable to complete the semester, you just don't know who to turn, your advisor is your best friend and they will keep you on track to graduate. We say there's something called self-advising where you just say, well, I think I should take these classes. Don't do that, please. Although they may be of interest, maybe we can look at those as an elective and you can talk with your advisors about that. But talk to your advisors and let's see what we can fit in. And even if you think, gosh, I like classes in this college, but boy, I'd love to get something in this college, a certificate or some concentration, but those are 2 different colleges, talk to your advisor because they may know how to make that work for you. Even if you have 2 people from the science of engineering, both in marine biology, your courses may be vastly different and your specializations may be vastly different. So your faculty and your program advisors are going to be your best friends. I also want to share with you some other resources that we sponsor for you so that you know what we have. And if you're on campus, you can play with them a little bit, the ones on campus. And if you're not, we offer same supports virtually. And because we are open to all our students. We have a graduate only workspace in the library because one of the concerns was graduate students need a quiet place to work. Sometimes they're on campus on a Saturday and the library is noisy, they can't study, or they need a place that is their home base when they come. They may not be in the dorms. I lock everything in my car and then go back and forth. But we have GROW, which is called our Graduate Resource Opportunity Workspace, which is on the 2nd floor of the library. It's open all hours that the library is. Sophia will be talking to you about that in a little bit. You can only enter it with a swipe card. So only graduate students can use it. An undergraduate student's sand dollar card will not. Your sand dollar card will open it. It has computers that are free for your use with double monitors. We offer free printing. When allowed, we have snacks and a coffee pot that is usually going. Sometimes people just come in and they set up puzzles or they meet up with friends and they just hang out. We have an individual conference room where people have done online interviews or had conference meetings with groups from classes that are working on projects, and it is staffed by other graduate students or CGS staff. So everything there is just graduate education. So take advantage of that. It's usually pretty popular, but that is your space. It is dedicated to you. We also offer professional workshops and training, and they may be in research, in writing areas, sometimes professional writing, writing for grants, writing for publication. It might be on health and wellness, stress management, time management, um, uh, public speaking, preparing for a poster presentation, preparing for international lecture presentation. It may be whatever you need. And if we're not offering it, let us know. We do have a calendar of events out on our webpage that we offer. We ask you to pre-register so we know who's coming. But if there's something you're really interested in, let us know and we'll get you set up. We also offer thesis and dissertation boot camps and formatting assistance. And you are always welcome to ask questions or ask for different resources or more resources in an area. Because our grad students are across campus and they don't usually get to meet others from different disciplines, we do have different events, social events and activities that we run through GROW, and it gives you a chance to it's food related, so you can come and eat something because we know as a grad student you need your energy. So it is usually food related. You come, you meet people, a meet and greet, and just kind of build your professional network and your network of colleagues on campus. As Dr. Phillips said, you are not alone. We are in this with you, the College of Grad Studies, but also your colleagues are also with you on this. They may be in a different discipline, but trust me, grad school has a lot of commonalities. And I'm not to put you off, but you're all going to be a little tired at times. You're going to be a little overwhelmed at times. It's going to be a little draining at times because it's grad school. And as they say, grad school is not for everyone, but you're not everyone. You were accepted. You applied to a program, and an admission committee reviewed your application. And that committee consists of experts that are highly educated in that field and who are dedicated to that field. And they decided they wanted you and that you could be a successful student and that they wanted you in that field with them. So you're not everyone. You already joined. You got through the hard part. The hard part is admissions. Trust me, everyone who applies does not get accepted. And so you already did the hardest hurdle. So if you're wondering, is this for me? These really, really smart people in your field who were on that committee and who voted that yes, you belong here, they think it is. And I believe it is as well. So don't second guess yourself. Don't self-doubt. We all do that, especially when we're really crazy and having a hard day. If they believe in you, they know their stuff. So you are here for a reason, as the provost said. Your success is our success. I know this is a new endeavor, but you are certainly not alone. And as the provost was saying, only about 13.1% of U.S. citizens have a professional doctorate or master's degree. 7.5% have a master's degree, and 3% hold a doctorate. And that's from the latest 2019 U.S. Census statistics. So you are going into a very specialized field. And you are going into it because people believe that you can make this field stronger. And the people that believe that are the experts in the field. So that should make you feel really good about that. And know that you're doing something that a lot of people they haven't taken this step. So you really are the leaders and the ones that will be carrying the torch in the future. We know that this is a huge time commitment for you. We know that it will take a lot of energy and effort. It may be a financial drain. Some of you will be taking 9 credit hours a semester, some 3, some 6. You'll be trying to balance job, family, and all those wonderful adult things that we have that maybe we didn't have when we pursued our bachelor's degree. But again, we are here with you from beginning to end, from now until you cross that stage with your hood to help you through that. So if you need assistance, let us know. And even if you're not sure what you need it with, we might be able to help you figure that out and get you to the right people. I always mention that each one of us has exactly 1,440 minutes each day. And as a grad student, that usually never is enough minutes. But how we use those minutes, each and every one, is going to be critical. If you're struggling with something and you can't figure it out, stop and seek assistance. Don't waste your time. Get the help you need. Let us help you navigate through whatever situation you are going through. If with that time, yes, I want you to dedicate your professional self to being the best in your field that you can be, but not at the expense of who you are. And you can find that balance. You need to sleep. Yes, even as a grad student, you need to sleep. I'll be honest, it's not always going to be possible, but that should be the exception and not the norm. You need to take care of yourself. You need to be kind to yourself. You are a grad student, which tells me that I'm looking at a whole bunch of overachievers on my screen right now. So if you get a B on an assignment instead of an A, you will survive. That is not going to be the end of the world as you know it. Trust me. Find your balance, and if you need help with that, let us know. We have an amazing university counseling center on campus. And many people, undergrad, but especially grad students, just go in because we need to have someone help us refocus sometimes and help us find that balance. And that is what they do. And I will tell you, they're amazing. And many of them graduated from our programs. And they all graduated from a graduate program. So they know what you're going through. Seek help. I don't want to lose anyone because someone has self-doubts and they don't think that they can do this. You can do this, or else your committee would not have taken up a space and given it to you. They know, they believe in you. So if you have questions, reach out for help, but take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. It's okay to take time off. It's okay to take a night off when you need it. We all need it. So this can really be a life-changing experience for you. And I want you to work it for all it's worth, but I want you to enjoy every single moment of it because you won't get it back. Like, this time will be a very special time. And even if you go on for another degree, this one will be the one that will stay with you as well. The people that you meet along the way, some of these people, if you open yourself and you meet others and you go down that path, will be the most important people in your life. So use this time well. Get the most of it that you can. Enjoy it. I am in the faculty center. If you all know the campus, it is the building with Starbucks. If you hit Starbucks and you go all the way down to the other end of the hall, that's where my office is. And I invite you to stop in anytime to come and meet me. If you are here on Thursday, please stop me and introduce yourself. I would love to meet you. But my team and I, we're here to support you because we want to see you walking the stage. I wish you all a wonderful night, and I look forward to meeting with you soon.
Thank you, Dr. Mccaleb. We are going to take a quick 1 to 2 minute break as we switch over to our next presenter. Our next presentation is going to be on our Graduate Resource Opportunities Workspace, which is GROW. So give us just about 2 minutes. We're going to switch out and bring up our presentation. Take the time, grab something to drink, something to snack on. If you need to walk around, stand up, please do. We'll just be about 2 minutes, but stay on the line. Okay, I think we are going to go ahead and uh, continue on. Thank you to those who are joining us for our next presentation, and those of y'all that have been with us since the beginning. We are going to move, as I said, into our presentation on GROW. As the dean said, this is your space, and we want to make sure that you know about our services and everything that we do uh, from this location. So let me introduce your speaker for this evening. It will be Sophia Zainer, who oversees the day-to-day operations in GROW.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're really excited to have you here virtually and to just provide you some information on some of the amazing resources that we have on campus. So my name is Sophia Zainer, and I am the Outreach and Compliance Coordinator for the College of Graduate Studies. And like Leticia mentioned, one of my main jobs is to oversee GROW, which is our Graduate Resource Opportunity Workspace in the library on the second floor. And GROW has a lot of amazing things. And so I'm going to touch base on some of those things today. So I know Dr. Mccaleb talked a lot about the workshops, the programs, and the social events that we do, but I really just want to break it down for you and really show you some of the amazing things that we have here on campus that we offer in person and virtually for our students. So COVID-19 brought to light a lot of things for us here at A&M Corpus Christi and all over the world. And one of the main things we really noticed was that we want to provide services no matter where you are. Whether you're here in Texas, the United States, or all over the world, we want to make sure that you have access to the resources that we provide our graduate students. So those resources really consist of our workshops, whether they're for our thesis and dissertation students, our writing workshops, our wellness workshops that we partner with the Counseling Center for. We have career service workshops, so maybe you need assistance with resume writing or interviewing. We do things like that as well. We host our writing rooms, and those are where we partner with the Writing Center, and we actually get you some assistance, whether you're writing your thesis or dissertation, maybe you're working on a research project, a paper, whatever it is that you're working on. We have welcome week events, so if you are an on-campus student, we welcome you to come into GROW and join us for some of those events that will take place next week, and all throughout the semester as well. And our social events. So Dr. Mccaleb talked about not just meeting people within your program, but also meeting graduate students from all over campus. And that's really important. And so we host social events so you can come, not only meet our faculty and staff, but meet other students that might not be in your program, but are from different programs as well. So we are located in the library on the second floor. So if you're going to come in person and use our resources, you'll just go to the second floor. You'll use your student ID card to swipe in. Again, that's what makes this graduate student only, is that only grad students have access to our services here in GROW. So you'll swipe your student ID card, and we are open during library hours. So the library typically tends to be open during the semester, anywhere from 7 to 7:30 in the morning, and they can be open from 11 to midnight. So we have a wide range of hours. I know sometimes our graduate students are non-traditional students, and we totally want to make sure that we accommodate those hours for you. So our services are open, our suite is open for you to use. Maybe you're getting off work or you can't come during the day, whatever the case may be. And so we have that there for you. So we do have a reservation system. It's not required that you make a reservation. It just helps us. It helps us maintain the space, helps us make sure that students are reserving the study room and computer space. So a QR code here up on the screen, and just so everyone knows, all the information that we cover tonight will be available online, so you can actually access this PowerPoint and any other session material that we use later on. So if you want to refer back to any of the information that we're talking about, you can do that later on. So our reservation system is through bookings, and you let us know when you're coming, what day, what time, and what computer or study room that you'd like to reserve. You can reserve our study room for an hour, and you can reserve our computers for an hour, 2 hours, however long you need them. This is really your space and to do whatever it is you need. Maybe you need to come in and study and you need to be quiet. Maybe you want to come in and have a cup of coffee and relax before your next class. Maybe you're meeting up with someone for a group project. That's really what GROW is for. It's your home base, as Dr. Mccaleb talked about, being here, using it as whatever you need it for. So this is really interesting, and we encourage our students to make a reservation so that we know you're coming, and we can make sure that you have whatever it is you need whenever you get there. So some reminders, so some things I mentioned, we have a list of workshops, and I'm actually going to pull up the website here in just a second so you can see some of the workshops that we're hosting here in the fall semester. We want you to come in and visit us whenever you can. Our staff is usually there from 8 to 5 or maybe 10 to 7. And so if you come in and you see a graduate student behind the desk, talk to them. They're a student as well, and maybe you have something in common. Maybe you are in the same program, so definitely come and visit us. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this real quick so I can pull up our website so I can show you some of the services that we have, and I can kind of show you where to find them as well.
And Sophia, if I can jump in
Sure.
real quick, because we have a lot of several questions coming in through the chat. I just want to let everybody know Sophia will be done actually in just a few minutes, and we're going to spend some time answering your questions. So give us a little bit of time, because I do see several questions come in and lots of good conversation.
Okay. So this is our, yeah, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. I'm almost done. So this is our Grow website. And I think earlier the link was posted in the chat, but I'll post it here again in just a second. This is where you can find all of our workshops, all of our events, and you can register for all of those here as well. So this just gives you a good idea of what we offer here in Grow, our hours of operation, and these will change here as we move into the fall. Our reservation system can be found here, and just a little more information about where we're located. And then over here on the left-hand side, you can see a link to our calendar. This calendar is for the fall, so all of these have been updated, and the RSVPs will be up by this week. So if you see one that you already like and you know you already want to attend, you can go in and RSVP for those. The cool thing about our workshops this semester is that we're going to be offering them both virtually and in person. So whether you're not located here in Corpus Christi but you still want to attend our workshops, everything will be live streamed, or you can also come into Grow and watch them live. And maybe you can't make it in Grow and you can't watch it virtually because you have work or a prior commitment. Everything will be recorded, so you can always go back and view them at your earliest convenience. So we really try to make it as easy for you as possible. We want to make sure you have access to the resources whenever you can and you're able to use them. This is our writing room page. This gives you a good idea of what our writing room is and just a little more information about it. So it started virtual, and we're actually going to expand that. We're going to have it in person and virtual. So again, we just want to accommodate for all of our students. You'll come in, whether you come into our WebEx room or you come into Grow, and the writing room is really a designated time for you to sit down and work on whatever it is that you're working on, whether you're writing a thesis or a dissertation or you're doing a research paper. You can come in, sit down, get writing, get started. If you get stuck or you need to speak with a writing center consultant, you can do that. We have them available during our writing room times. They can help you troubleshoot whatever it is that you're stuck on. And this semester, we will actually have faculty attending some of our writing rooms as well. And that will be posted here later on. So you'll know what faculty from what program will be attending, and that might be helpful for you if you're working on a program specific paper or research item. Then they may be able to assist you more there as well. So this is our writing room format. It gives you a little idea of kind of the breakdown of what our writing room is, what it looks like, and the flow of that as well. I'm going to go back here to my PowerPoint. I just have a couple more slides. Up here, you'll see our social media. So we encourage you to follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We post all of our events, all of our, sometimes we just have free food up and Grow. We have lots of coffee, so sometimes we'll post that on social media. We'll let you know when we're doing social media contests and giveaways. So really follow us on social media so you can stay up to date on things that are going on here in Grow and just all over campus in general. So next week is going to be the first week of school, and we're very excited for you to start campus, whether you're starting online or in person. And if you are on campus or online, we have some virtual events as well. We encourage you to come and join us. We're going to have workshops. We're going to have a back to school event. We are going to have some social media contests and some social events that include food and giveaways. So stay tuned for that. You will get an email here shortly this week with event dates and times, how you can RSVP for those and register to attend those as well. And Leticia mentioned that at the end of orientation, we will have a mixer. So I encourage you to come and mix and mingle, ask questions. I know that during these sessions, we don't have a lot of time to sit and answer specific questions. And so I want to make sure that when you leave here tonight, you have all your questions answered and you feel totally prepared to start school on Monday, and that we can move into next week ready to go. So definitely join us for the mixer. The link for that is on our schedule page. So if you were able to find this link, you'll just scroll down a little bit to find our mixer page, and we'll post that here in a little bit in the chat. But I encourage everyone to join us so we can mix and mingle and get to know each other just a little bit before school starts. So with that being said, I'm going to, Leticia, do you want me to address some of the questions here that I see in the chat?
Yeah, I'll start you off with some. So, being that one, we're doing a virtual orientation and a lot of the chat going on, we do have a lot of online students going to school. So, can you talk a little bit more about how students can virtually use Grow?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. So, yes, Grow is a suite inside the library. It's a physical place for you to go, but really, Grow is a place for you to come and find resources, to find information, to utilize as you have your academic journey here at A&M Corpus Christi. So, really, the one thing that our virtual students get the most out of with Grow is our workshops. So, the different workshops that we offer. We have this coming semester, we have APA workshops. We have thesis and dissertation geared workshops. So if you're working on one of those are going to be so beneficial for you. We have wellness workshops. So you can, if you want to get more information on time management, how to manage grad school. Dr. Mccaleb talked a little bit about maybe you're coming straight out of another degree, or maybe it's been a while since you've been in school. How do you manage that? So we offer workshops and information on that. So really utilizing our online workshops and events and just staying connected with us. I think the theme of Grow is you're not alone. And like our graduate students that work in Grow, I'm also a graduate student. So I'm in your shoes as well. I know what it's like to be in grad school and working, and you might be working or maybe you're a full-time student. And so I think it's really important. Grow is there. So, number one, you're not alone, and that there are plenty of resources available at your fingertips. We never want you to think that you can't come to us if you have questions, comments, concerns. Whether you call us, you visit us, or you email us, we're really here for you as a graduate student during your time at A&M Corpus Christi.
okay. And we will probably through some of our other presentations also address some of this online interaction that you can have with us through Grow. Another question that popped up is, how do you get a Sand Dollar card?
Sure. So our Sand Dollar office, so our Sand Dollar is our student ID card. And if you are an on-campus student, so if you are going to come to campus and use resources and have classes, we really encourage you to get a student ID card. That's how you access Grow. You can load it and put money on it. In that you can pay with stuff, you can pay stuff with it. If you're a total virtual student, if you're online and you never really will set foot on campus, maybe you're not even located here in Corpus Christi or even in Texas, you don't need a Sand Dollar. Most of our services virtual, you won't need a Sand Dollar card. But if you are going to come to campus and use our services, you'll go to our Sand Dollar office. And if you are going to be here for our in-person orientation on Thursday, they'll be open so you can go and get your student ID card then. But our Sand Dollar office is open where you can go, you'll get your picture taken, and they'll print out your ID card that you can use all over campus.
I'm checking through that. Um, just just real quickly on the sand dollar again, if you're strictly online, like Sophia said, you don't necessarily need the card, but if you do plan to be on campus, you should have it as a form of ID for the universities. If you went to the business office or anything like that, they're going to want to see your sand dollar card. So it's always good to have, even if you are an online only student. Let me see what else is here for.
I see one that says, if we got a distance waiver, are we still allowed to use the resources? If you're a distance student and you're virtual, yes, absolutely use Grow's resources, use our online workshops, and however we can help you, definitely let us know. You're more than welcome to log into any of our sessions, and whatever it is that you need from us, yes, definitely use our resources for sure. I'm scrolling, sorry, there are a lot of comments here. I'm just trying to scroll through and make sure I didn't forget anyone's questions or I missed anything.
Well, and let me just comment on everybody's have looks like everybody's kind of having a conversation about where they're from and their programs. That's excellent. Feel free to share that information, especially since y'all are online students. You don't have the ability to meet up in a classroom face to face. So if you want to do that and have a private chat and share your information, please do that. Also in the mixer, we're going to do a little bit of that as well, but continue on. This is where you're going to make those connections that can help you later on by meeting some of your fellow students. So please continue to share your information if you would like and you feel comfortable doing that. Let's see, there's a question, Sophia.
Is a Mac or Windows a recommended platform if a new computer is being purchased? I would say for the most part, there's no preference. I know some people that have MacBooks. I know some people that have PCs. I will say it probably depends on your program. I know that there are some, if you're in the College of Science and Engineering, there are some programs that probably work better on one or the other. So that would definitely be a question that maybe your professors have an answer for if they're having you download software onto your computers. But if you're writing papers and Excel, Word, things like that, I mean, usually they're pretty user friendly on either one, whichever your preference is, unless you have a program specific, that your program is like, no, this one's better than the other.
I did see a question about the study room earlier. Do you want to talk a little bit about the private study space that we have?
Yeah, so we have a small study room inside of Grow, and it holds about 4 people. It has a TV screen and it has HDMI connectors. It's really great for when you're meeting other students. Maybe you're meeting committee members if you're writing a thesis or dissertation, and you're meeting with faculty, or maybe you are practicing a presentation and you want to sit up in there by yourself, connect your computer, and work on that. It's open to all of our graduate students, and it's inside of Grow. So really you would just make a reservation and let us know that you want to reserve a space to use it, and you can close the door, get comfortable. And I know some students that go and work in the quiet and they close the door and maybe they're eating their lunch and working at the same time. So it's a good space to do that.
And also, real quick, you want to do a little rundown about the equipment available to students in Grow. I know most of y'all are online, but if you should come down on a weekend or something like that, it's all available to you. So let Sophia talk a little bit about that too.
Absolutely. So we have 5 computer stations in Grow with dual screen monitors. So you can use our monitors for research, writing, whatever it is that you're working on. We also have free printing for our students. So we encourage you to come in if you need to print out an article or whatever the case may be. We do offer free printing. We have office supplies in there for you to use as well. And in the library, there are also additional resources. If you were in our resource fair earlier, the library had some really great links to their website with additional online resources for their students. But the library also has study rooms that are a little bit larger, and so we encourage our students to utilize those as well. But Grow specifically, if you're looking for that quiet study space, we have those dual screen monitors, free printing, tables. So if you're just there to study, like I said, coffee, which is super important, and sometimes we have snacks and stuff like that. So
Okay, I think we're going to wrap this up. I did see a question real quickly about finding your advisor. Uh, Actually, in our next session, we are going to introduce you to our graduate advisors. So they will be online to introduce themselves. And then we'll also speak a little bit about how you can find your faculty advisor. If you don't know who that person is already, we'll try to touch on that. But we are going to speak about how to find your advisor and what's the best way to communicate with them. I also saw some questions about becoming a GA and a TA. We'll try to get to that question as well. I know there are some questions about classes, where to find where they're at. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit as well. So don't think we've forgotten those questions. We're going to get to them as part of our next presentation, and we'll round out the evening
And
with answering
Leticia,
some of those. Yes, ma'am.
could I just jump in? There was just one more that really went with this session, and folks were asking whether they could use our resources if, say, they were a virtual student, but they were here in Corpus, or they were out of town and just wanted to come for the day and use Grow. Absolutely. Our graduate resources are for all our graduate students on campus or online. Those are your resources to use. So they are available to you.
Wonderful. As I said, keep putting those questions out there. Our next presentation is on graduate academic advising and compliance, and that covers a lot of things. So don't be fooled just by the title. We have a lot of information in that session that's going to get you from now until the very end. So stay with us. We're going to switch out presenters. So give us a moment. Again, take another little 2-minute break, and we will be back in just a second. Okay, let us begin. So our next presentation, as I said, is on graduate advising and compliance. We're going to actually have several staff members from the College of Graduate Studies coming in at different times, but we want to first start off with Dr. Oliver, who's going to talk a little bit again, a little bit of everything grad, but especially about compliance, our handbooks, everything you need to know getting started. So I'm going to toss this over to Dr. Oliver to begin.
Thank you, Letitia. I am Marguerite Oliver, and I am a professor and associate dean in the College of Grad Studies. Just a fun fact, most associate deans are half-time faculty members and half-time in administrative offices, so most of us still teach. I want Sophia to go ahead and introduce herself now as well, again, because she and I are going to play off each other as we go through this session.
Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Sophia Zainer, and yes, I do work in Grow, but I also touch a little bit on compliance, and I work with Dr. Oliver and many other CGS staff members to assist you during your time here at A&M Corpus Christi with compliance and clearance and all that fun stuff as well.
So somebody mentioned earlier, I'm going to say one quick thing, and then we're going to meet the academic advisors. I mentioned earlier that, or someone mentioned earlier that you belong to grad studies as well as belonging to your academic college. We really are with you from the beginning to the end, till the day you walk across the stage. And sometimes we're with you in ways where we're invisible, and sometimes we are very visible because you want us to be or need us to be or we need to be so that you can get through. We're responsible for a lot of little things. And what sometimes gets lost is that we are a service college, and as we're doing compliance and auditing and all those other little things, the big thing we want to do and need to do is support graduate students and graduate faculty so that you are able to be successful in your disciplines. So let's take a minute to meet the academic advisors that are connected to Grad College.
It's me first.
Would you introduce yourself, please? Yes.
Yes, I'm Samuel Ramos. I'm the graduate academic advisor for the College of Science and Engineering. Real quick note, I've been here for almost 8 years, so well versed with the campus community from the South Texas area. So if you have any questions about the area you're new to here, then I'm a native, so I can give any tips on that. But yes, I am the graduate academic advisor for quite a few majors under the Science and Engineering department.
All right. And Miss Cindy Sheehy. Cindy?
Hello, I'm Cindy Sheehy. I'm the graduate academic advisor for liberal arts. Unlike Sam, have only been here a little over a year. I'm a transplant from Iowa State University, where I was also an advisor. So I have lots of advising experience, and I've been here long enough now that I actually know what I'm doing, and I'm ready to help you with whatever questions that you have. And I look forward to meeting you.
And Dr. Shaw.
Greetings, everybody. Yes, I'm overseeing College of Ed and College of Nursing currently, and my master's and doctorate are in higher education. So as I tell my nursing students, I have no idea what you do. I cannot help you with your courses. However, my specialty is higher ed. It is a very interesting, wonderful, delightful journey, and I'm excited to help you get through it and be successful. I would echo what a lot of people have said. Remember, your graduate experience is completely unique to you. Don't compare yourself to others, and don't throw in the towel early. Make sure you reach out to us. There's there's always choices. Your path may not look like somebody else's. It's going to be uniquely yours, but we can tell you your options. You should always know your options going forward. So when things happen, during my doctorate, I gave birth, I moved states, sold a house, bought a house. Life just happens. And we're here to go through those years with you. So I hope that you have enjoyed this evening and that you're excited about the fall. Best of luck to you, and thanks for choosing the island.
Thank you. Sharon Polanski is the person in the College of Business who advises all the grad students in the College of Business, and she can't be here tonight. She is doing some other things with her own program. There is probably nothing she doesn't know about any of the master's programs in the College of Business. She is absolutely your go-to person about College of Business. So what Sophia and I are going to talk about tonight is how you kind of navigate your academic environment. And a part of that has to do with knowing something about compliance and auditing. We have compliance and auditing responsibilities in CGS in part because we're accredited. We're an accredited university. You want us to be an accredited university. And then we have programs within departments or within colleges that are accredited in a particular way. College of Business has accredited program. My department, counseling, has accredited programs. Nursing has accredited programs. And in order for those programs that have accreditations of various sorts to hold those accreditations, this university has to always also be accredited. And if you want to go forward from here into another academic setting, you may need academic credentials from a place that is accredited. So none of this is because we just like bugging people, but we do really have a responsibility that turns out to be in your best interest, in your program's best interest, to keep track of what's going on. So let's look at some of the websites that are available. And again, Sophia and I are going to do this together. The grad studies, there we go. The new grad studies webpage looks like this. And some of you may have been to the new students page when you were looking at programs. Where we're going to go today is the current students page. And what you'll find there is a whole list of available information. We need to look at an actual page, so let's look at master's student page first. And one of the things that we want to point out is that there's a link right to the master's student handbook there. And that's the grad studies master's student handbook. That's not your program handbook. And it's fun reading, I guess, if you enjoy reading policies and procedures. There is a lot in there, though, that you need to know and that will be helpful to you. And you will look at it in conjunction with, can you scroll down, please? Not on this page, we'll go. Where are the program handbooks on this page? Right there, Master Student Program Handbooks. Yeah, so you'll look at it in conjunction with your program handbook, which can have to do with the minutia of your life. So you'll want to know where those are. Sophia, is there more you would say about that or about the handbooks?
No, I just think it's really important. I think sometimes students forget that these really are resources for you to read and view. And it's super important not only that you view them, but you keep them with you during your time. So they're easily accessible on our website. and we encourage you to scroll through them as you make your way through your program.
There is no test. I mean, we don't send out a survey or a questionnaire asking people to answer questions from our handbook. And I don't know of any programs that do that either. Some professors may give a quiz about their syllabus, but we don't ask questions too much about the handbooks. Nonetheless, as Sophia said, handbooks can provide you with information you really need to know. So having one somewhere downloaded on your computer that you can consult when you want to, need to, is a good idea.
Absolutely.
Sophia?
Yes.
Anything else?
No, I think, and just like we're showing you the master's student handbook, we have the doctoral student right here. We have a really handy dandy index here on the left-hand side that can really help you navigate the website. And you'll see as Dr. Oliver and I go through, most of the links that we're going to click on, you'll find in the index on the left-hand side. So just like you see the master's student page here, we have a doctoral student page as well.
And notice there's an important dates section or link on here as well. That's all. When you'll hear people talk about important dates. There's always important dates that where there are deadlines. You can find them on this page if you don't have access to them readily anywhere else. Really easy to get to here.
Yes.
Can we scoot over to the doc students page real quick, please?
Absolutely.
And I want to go here, even though I know most of you in the program are master's students, because as people in our office are often fond of pointing out, there are a lot of forms that are associated with graduate school, and those are connected to compliance and auditing. It helps us make sure that we have kept the rules of various accreditation bodies of the Higher Education Board in the state of Texas, and it helps us document. Nowhere are there more forms than in a doc program. So, and that's because of dissertation primarily. Master's students who do thesis options also have forms. So if you just open the forms, and we're not going to take any time there, but just take a gander at that. There are a lot of forms. This is another reason you really want to be good friends with your advisor, because your advisor knows all about your forms and can help you stay on top of what you need to do and when you need to do it. Can you back out of that, Sophia? Where else do you want to go on this page, Sophia?
Well, I think we could potentially move to the catalog, Dr. Oliver, if that sounds good to you.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So just like you saw me navigating through the website, through the master's and doctoral pages, you can also find the catalog right there on the index as well. It'll take you right to this page and give you some information. Dr. Oliver mentioned accreditation, so this gives you a little more information about that. And this is our catalog page.
So when you can go to your degree programs over on, in the left, and you can click on your college, and when you click on your college, then you'll be able to click on your program. And from there, you'll be able to, click on specific programs within certain areas as well. And then you'll see program requirements, you'll see courses that are offered, all that sort of thing. Sometimes, though, what people fail to look at are the academic requirements, and especially, okay, you can get to this site straight from our site.
Mm-hmm.
There's a catalog link on both the master's student page and the doctoral students page. Okay, thank you. Sometimes people fail to look at that graduate academic and degree requirements section, again, because most of us don't enjoy sitting around reading policy. It's not our thing unless you're a graduate in higher education, maybe, as Alex pointed out. I just want to let you know that it's there because things such as information about how your GPA is calculated, guess what? It's not the same at every university. So when your program talks about you have to have a certain GPA or a cumulative GPA, it means certain things here. So that's in there. Things like academic standing are in that general section. No, I'm sorry. I teach online sometimes, so I answer questions in the chat at the same time. I'll stop that. Maybe. Things about things that can help you know what to do when life happens. Because life does happen, and there may be things that are in life happening that are big enough that you need to take a breath, you need to take a pause, and you don't quite know what that's going to mean. And you talk to your faculty for sure. You can also talk to, and I hope you do, talk to your advisor from College of Grad Studies. And there's also information about some of those kinds of things right there in the catalog, so you know the best place to go to find out what you need to find out. So just be aware that the information's there.
Absolutely. And then and just a little bit towards the end of our presentation, we'll talk about how you can contact us directly too. And not only are these online resources available to you at your fingertips, because we're, yes, we answer emails past 5 p.m., but really our office is open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. So we can answer your questions during the week. But these are really great resources when maybe you're sitting at home thinking at 7 p.m. and you can't get a hold of somebody. You can always look through your catalog if we're not readily available to assist you in that moment.
Can you point to the place about degree plans so that people just know to go look?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a software on campus here on campus. And again, like I mentioned in my presentation, all of the resources that we're using to present tonight will be available. And they all have clickable links, so you can easily access all these links later on throughout the night. So if you want to get to it all in one place, you can do that. So we have DegreeWorks, which is an online platform that you're going to use in conjunction with your academic advisor. And it's really a place where you can see all of the courses that you have to take to complete your program and finish your program. But it really is a good stepping stone before you register for classes, before you meet with your academic advisor. And really, again, I'll provide this link in the chat. You'll go to DegreeWorks, and when you hit login, you'll just type in your student ID number, and your personalized degree plan will pop up with your information, who your academic advisor is, what program you're in, and your program requirements as well. It'll tell you what classes you still have to take to complete your program. And really is a great tool and resource to use when you start thinking about semesters ahead of you as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm aware of the time. I wonder if you have questions that we haven't talked about.
Let's see here.
If somebody does have questions, also feel free to unmute yourself, and you can actually verbally ask that question if that helps. You don't always have to have it in the chat, especially since we have some time to discuss. So if you have questions about DegreeWorks, thesis or dissertation, something you want to address in general to the advisors, please feel free. You can, I believe, raise your hand and that will let us know, or you can just kind of come on, or continue to put it in the chat. We do have plenty of time to answer some questions about this stuff. So go right on ahead. Oh, I see. Let's see. I believe there is a Sophia. Do you see? I think somebody has their hand raised. I can't tell who that is though.
I don't think I can see because I'm in presentation mode.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'm sorry. I might mess up your name. Marie? Marie?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, you were close. It's Marie.
Marie. Okay. Sorry about that. What is
It's
your
okay.
question?
So I'm doing the general online MBA program. I just wanted to know if a thesis is required or what would be required at the end.
So there is no thesis required for that program. You will have, like, if you go to the link that I just provided into DegreeWorks, and you should have your personalized degree planner pulled right up. It'll show you actually all the classes that you're going to take while you're here with us. And for anyone, that's a really great first step, as you know, you're getting ahead of the game, right? What do I need to do to complete what I'm about to start? It's really important to look at those things because it really does give you a plan in front of you that you can see. And of course, we want you to meet with your academic advisor and make sure that your plan follows the track that you're supposed to take. But I encourage everyone tonight, if you have a chance before you go to sleep or before you do whatever it is you're going to do after this, to log into your degree planner and in DegreeWorks and look at that. So you do have a clear picture of kind of what the next year plus, you know, however long you'll be here with us, what that's going to look like for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Other questions?
That was a great question. Thank you.
Let's see if anybody has any hands raised.
And while you are doing that, Leticia, real quick, I am just going to show one thing, and I'm not going to talk too much about it because some of our students won't have to experience it. But for our current students, I'm going to click here again, and I'm going to scroll down to, I'm just going to click here on doctoral student, and I'm going to click on dissertation formatting guidelines and templates. I know if you have a thesis or dissertation, this is going to be a really helpful tool for you. It might not be a helpful tool right now, but it's definitely something we want you to know is here. This is on our website. You can see that I got to it. You can get to it from the doctoral or the master's student website. This gives you a good idea of thesis and dissertation formatting, general formatting guidelines, the templates that we use to make sure that your document is perfect before it gets sent off for publishing, and just some helpful tips and tricks as you go through the thesis and dissertation process. So just wanted to make you aware that we do have these resources on our website available to you. You may not need them right now, and that's totally okay, but just know that they are here for you whenever you're ready for them. Was there a question, Leticia?
I think that's all that I saw. I did send some personal responses to some people. So if you get one from me, feel free to stay until the very end and I'll try to answer your individual question at the end of this.
Awesome. Dr. Oliver, you want me to go back to the PowerPoint so I can pull up our contact information? Was there anything else?
Yes, would you please? Mhm.
Okay. So like we mentioned before, we have some amazing online resources for you. But I know there are times when you want to talk to somebody, and that's exactly what we're here for. You want to pick up the phone, you want to send an email, and you want to have that, you know, communication with somebody here in our office. We're happy to do that. You are more than welcome to email us, call us, stop by our office in the faculty center. Dr. Mccaleb said, yes, we are located in the same building as Starbucks. So you're more than welcome to do that as well. And follow us on social media so you can stay up to date on what's happening here in our office and grow and all over campus. Dr. Oliver, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
I want to reinforce what you just said. I hope you all stay in touch with us. follow us, Twitter, Facebook, however you want to do that. And we'll send out newsletters periodically. We hope you open them because they do have information in them that can apply to you. And we do want you to know that the advisors and the staff here in the office are here to be of help to you as you get stuck. Or even if you just want to say hi and reach out and connect to somebody, we're available. Give us a call or send us an email.
Absolutely. I'm going to stop sharing this screen here, Leticia.
Okay. So what we're going to do, as I said, if you have some additional questions, please stay on, and don't forget we have our mixer starting at 7:15 in just a little bit. If we have not addressed your question yet, if you will go back and throw that back into the chat, that way it's right there again for us to see, because it might have gotten lost in all of the conversation. So if we have not addressed your question, throw that back in there, and we'll do that in just a second. I just want to talk quickly. We will be sending out a evaluation in your email, probably not tonight, but probably tomorrow. Please let us know how we did. We know that virtual orientation can be a lot. We are not in the environment where we can engage easily, and we know it's a lot of information that we're sharing to you through presentations and through video. So we thank you for staying with us all night and doing orientation alongside us. Just like you, we are excited that you're starting. One last thing, if you have not checked in for orientation, please do, because you are, through your registration, your check-in, you are automatically registered for tuition voucher. We give 6 of them. One is given out for each of our academic colleges and one from the College of Graduate Studies. So please be sure that you have checked in. We will be giving those out and announcing winners on Friday. If you win one, you'll receive an email from us, but we'll be announcing through our social media channels. So if you have not added us, if you're not one of our friends, please be sure to add us into your social media as well. I think at that time, let me see, are there any questions that we can address real quickly?
I have a question.
Sure.
My name is Lester Sapsuk.
Yes, sir.
Crazy question now. Coming out of undergraduate, there was times I was taking like 5 courses. Is there a min-max that's recommended, or where do you want to stay at for baseline? Is there, how do you get an exact formula on that? Thank you.
Okay. Dr. Oliver, you want to tackle that as faculty?
There's generally a limit over which you cannot go without approval from your dean. And I believe that is, and Dr. Mccaleb will recall for sure, I'm betting, but I believe that's over, if you want to take over 15 hours, you have to have approval in a long semester, and over 12 in the summer. Is that correct, Dr. Mccaleb, or is it less than that?
I think it's less than that. What I'll say is that typically in our graduate programs, depending on the program, 2 or 3 courses are recommended. So the College of Science and Engineering often suggests a full load, which is 9 semester credit hours, which is 3 courses per semester. Several of our other programs in other colleges may suggest 2 or 3, but you could go 2 depending on what your timeline is for graduating. Can I ask you what your program is?
Public administration.
Okay, MPA, I believe, is typically 2. Cindy, are you still on here?
I am. Dr. Rawhouse typically emails. Lester, you should have gotten an email and she'll tell you what she, like if you are working full time, she typically says 2 classes. If you aren't working full time and you want to take 3, that's allowed, but it's dependent on, we have lots of students who work full time, so many of them just take 2 per semester.
Okay. Yeah, I asked because I just got the course rotation today, and I grabbed an available course because it was available it's only in the fall. And my question was, to be a little more specific, is when you're doing your capstone and you still have a core class to do, is that a rule breaker that you can't do a capstone and
You cannot take in the MPA program, you cannot take a core class with the capstone. Those
Okay.
you need to get all of those finished before you take
Okay.
it.
That's a big help.
So you will be working with Cindy to get your graduation plan in place, and knowing your work schedule and your other time and home commitments, she'll help you craft that so that you know which classes you should be registering for each semester. And Degree Works, and I saw that someone was having difficulty logging on to that, but that will show your degree plan, the courses you need, and what you should be taking each semester until you finish the program. And that's something that Cindy and our other great advisors, Alex, who's doing double duty for education and nursing, and Sam in science and engineering, and Sharon in the College of Business can assist with.
And
I want to
Lester,
emphasize.
Go
Let
ahead,
me
Dr. Dollar.
emphasize one more time, and then we need to Letitia may be trying to get us to move on to the mixer where we talk about this more. It really does matter that you talk to the people in your program, your academic advisor you're seeing here who's affiliated with your college, and your program folks. That's really, really important. It's, because programs vary so much, including the academic load or the kind of load that specific courses within a degree are. You want to talk to those folks if
Yes,
there's
ma'am.
any way you can. And your advisors here are a great place to start. And if you're in
Great,
business,
thank you.
Sharon Polanski.
Great, thank you guys.
And just to refer back to, we do have those program coordinator chats where they will address some of those specifics about your program. And real quick on the MPA, Dr. Rawhouse just added a virtual session. We don't have it on the website yet, but we will later on tonight. So there will also be a virtual session for those MPA students. If you can't make the in-person one that she's doing on Thursday, she just added that today. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Leticia, can I address the question in the chat?
Yes, go for it.
We're just going to stay here all night. So
Yes,
order in a
we have
pizza,
plenty of time.
everybody. Make yourself comfy.
Yes, we want to try to address all the questions that are in this chat, and then Sophia will go and handle questions over in the mixer while we're still here. So feel free to stay on if you have a question here, or feel free to jump over to the mixer as well.
Well, and the question that I see that has popped up was about the College of Business. And should I take 2 classes, like fall 1 and fall 2 for the 9 hours? No, the College of Business is set up in mini semesters. So they look at each semester as an individual semester. So you are welcome to take 2 courses fall 1, and you are welcome to take 2 courses fall 2. if you have life happens and you know you need a lighter semester, you can work with Sharon to say, okay, I can only take one this semester. Which one should I take? And she will advise you. Sharon Polanski, the advisor in business. But for the mini masters for our College of Business, it is all right to take two in semester one, mini master one, and two in fall two or mini master two, because those are looked at as substantially separate courses, semesters. And I know there were a couple questions there, and I wanted to make sure that we had that question answered. The 9 hours between the two mini masters to be considered full time. Okay, so that answered your question. You're welcome for clearing it up.
Let me address too. I saw about parking. You can take care of parking through Sale. There is a tab that you would click on, and it's going to require your vehicle information that you have to input and register your license plate and information. So you can do parking through Sale, and if you have questions about how to get to Sale, let us know. There's also a question about these program chats. I will repost. It's off of the main orientation page where the schedule is. Scroll all the way down, and that's where they are. We have several there. We also have some faculty who, one, you might have already met with through a phone call or an individual meeting or through email. And so they may or may not be holding a program chat. We also have some who are going to discuss everything during first class as well. So just because you don't see one, that does not mean that you're not going to be able to touch base with your program coordinator in the near future. So that's off of our regular orientation page. Let's see what else. What is the Momentum Campus parking choice? So Momentum Campus is where our athletic complex is, in addition to Momentum Housing. So I believe that's what they're talking about, is that you would park there and take the shuttle to main campus here, or Island campus over here. You can park and ride. Let's see what else. Again, I saw some things about trying to find class information, time, date. If you log into Cell, you should be able to pull up a detailed schedule for your classes. It should say date and time where you're meeting, if you're meeting on campus. If you're an online student, your best bet is to log into Blackboard. We are hitting the point in time where your faculty should have uploaded syllabus and information already. So if you haven't clicked into Blackboard, you might want to do that over the next few days, for sure before classes start on Monday. That's where you're going to find your course assignments. There might be some additional activities that they want you to do. I know some faculty put up, an introduction question that they want you to answer, within the first couple of days. So, be sure to go explore Blackboard, not only if you're an online student, but a student in general. Faculty use Blackboard for a lot of information and announcements. So please visit your Blackboard if you haven't already. Let me see. I know there was a question about the different type of advisors, coordinators, who you should talk at which point. Let me see if I can kind of sum that up quickly, or Dr. Mccaleb, you want to?
I was just wondering that as well. And if the person's comfortable sharing, are you speaking about the College of Business?
Oh, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yes,
Okay.
yes, that's
Yeah.
me.
Success coordinator. Gotcha.
Yes, yes, and I was just wanting to make sure I was bringing the correct concerns or questions to the correct person, because I received something this week from a student coordinator that was,
Student success coach or student success coordinator?
and then somebody that was directly under Mrs. Polanski I spoke to, as well as Mrs. Polanski. So I wasn't sure who to go to for each specific thing, whether it be questions on courses, program, just general course questions. So if you can kind of tell me which person focuses on which things, that would help.
I can give you a very easy and clean answer to that,
Okay.
Stephen.
Okay.
They all work exceptionally closely together.
Okay.
So if your appointment is with Ms. Polanski, who is kind of the lead as far as the advisor and student support, she will guide you to the right answers and get you set up. If you're meeting with one of the student success coordinators, they serve very much in the same role. And if there is a question, they consult with Ms. Polanski. So you are covered whichever way you go.
Okay, good. That's good to know. Okay, great.
Yeah, we have lots of different titles here. So that was a great question to ask.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
You bet.
I saw a question on what's the difference between mini fall semesters and fall.
Okay, I can take that one. Our fall semester is our typical 15-week semester long. You start classes typically end of August. We finish early December. Our mini masters, some of our programs have shortened, I think 7.5 week courses, such as if you are in the College of Business, they run terms that have a fall 1 and a fall 2. So students would be taking 2 courses typically in fall 1 during those 7.5 week courses, and then finish those courses and then take other courses fall 2. So most programs have your typical 15-week program semesters, but not all. College of Business typically does the mini masters for their online students, but there are other colleges in the programs in the colleges that offer mini masters as well. So you would just be able to, you just have to check catalog, or your advisor will let you know.
There's a question. Are classes every 7 weeks, including summer, with no classes from mid-December to mid-January? So yes, typically we have a break for the winter holidays. So if you're taking one of those 7-week courses, it typically ends at mid-December, and then we typically start up when the spring semester starts again. So you will have that break in between. Other than that, they roll every 7 weeks, even through the summer. I'm trying to think. I know there's some questions on Blackboard and logging in. I put the link for Blackboard itself. You will use your Duo, so you're going to need to know your student ID, which is typically your first initial, last name, maybe has a number, and then the password. And it typically you're going to have to have a push to your phone or computer and something, and then that will bring you into Blackboard. If you have problems with that, let us know. We can help walk you through it. You can also call our IT help desk if for some reason you just cannot get into Blackboard. Maybe there's something they need to reset for you. But as long as you are admitted and into your program, you should have no problems with that. But if you do, let us know.
I want to say almost all of the how many hours should I take or we take, the answer to almost all of those questions is it depends. It depends on the program you're in. It depends on the specific courses you're taking a given semester in your program. It depends on your program expectations. It depends on how many demands you have on you. So I can't encourage you enough to talk to your advisors and to whoever your faculty advisor is in your program as well, and maybe even to other students in your program who've been around a little bit and can say something reasonable about, oh, you know, that's a really heavy content course and you certainly don't want to take more than 6 hours if you take, you know, but talk to your program peeps as well as your advisors here. Because there's never going to be one single answer for that question. Does that make sense? Sure. Okay.
And I'm going to post, there's actually information technology actually posted a Blackboard video. It has some general IT information, but they have a little walkthrough for Blackboard. So if you have any questions, I put that link to that video, copy it, put it into another web browser, and you can watch the Blackboard video. Okay, so there's some we have not answered about GATA questions.
Assistantships can be gained in different ways. Handshake is a great service that posts positions for different units on campus. You also may want to talk to the faculty within your college because they may know of a graduate assistantship, a TA is a teaching assistantship. A GA also can do administrative work, or RA, which is often a research assistantship. So yes, it is fine to go and talk to program faculty and see if anyone needs or is looking to hire a GA for the semester. And that really, getting connected with the faculty in your program is probably a fantastic way, if you do not get an assistantship this semester, for them to know you and know that that's something you would like and attain one for the following semesters. So yes, you can do it through Handshake, but you can also ask. That's totally appropriate.
And yes, you can manage, again, it depends, but people do GAs, RAs, TA positions along with coursework at the same time, all the time. As a matter of fact, you can't be a GA or RA or TA if you aren't also attending classes, and anywhere from 6 to 9 hours, depending on how it's funded.
Right. It is required, and
Yeah.
it is required because that you take classes, that you are enrolled, because these are specially designed positions to help our students within their field get their degree, learn more about a specific area possibly, and be able to do that together. You are a student first, and then the assistantship is a bonus for on-campus position.
Any other questions? I know there's still some questions about Blackboard. I think if there's no other questions, I will stay online. I'm happy to walk people through Blackboard. in just a few minutes, but if there's no other questions for the deans or the advisors, then we really want to thank y'all for sticking with us. I will stay on a little bit longer, and I will actually jump on to Blackboard and just kind of do a quick walkthrough real quick for those who need some assistance with that, and we'll try to troubleshoot any questions you might have. So stay on the line if you have some Blackboard questions, and I'll be here. And we'll go from there. So for those of y'all jumping off, y'all have a great semester. Stay safe, and please reach out to us.
It was great to meet everyone. Again, you are welcome to come on Thursday because I'd love to meet you face to face unless you have to drive or fly or do something crazy to get here. Otherwise, have a great semester, everyone, and stay in touch with us. Bye-bye.
I'll kind of give time and let everybody kind of hop off for a second, and then I'll switch over and share my screen in just a second. Okay, for those of y'all still on, it's good to have y'all here. I am actually going to just show y'all real quickly. I'm happy to answer questions. So as I go, pretty much just yell at me if you have a question at this point, since I'm gonna focus on logging in. So let me share my screen, and we will go from there. Share. So you should be seeing, I'm on the university's main page, and actually for me, I'm just going to type Blackboard into the search engine, and you'll easily find it. Go here, Blackboard. Oh, that took us to the campus map. That was not fun at all. It's like, let's not do that. How about information technology? Let's do that. So you'll click on Blackboard. I've already am in mine because I've logged in to my computer here at work. You will normally hit a login screen where you're going to have to log in like you would on any computer here on campus to access. Typically your ID is a first initial, a last name. Some might have a number if you have a common last name, and then a password. And then you're going to hit the part where you have to authenticate, and that is where it's going to come to your phone. You'll put in a code, or it's going to call you. You're going to answer the phone, things like that. You're going to authenticate, and then it's going to let you into Blackboard. So this is actually my personal Blackboard. I am working on a master's in instructional design here at the university. I'm almost at the end of my program. I'll actually graduate pretty soon. So you are seeing my real space here. But when you log in, you're going to see pretty much this exact same thing. You're going to see the tools on the side, which is kind of a menu of all the things that when you click in, you're going to find this pretty much on every page, but this is an easy place to find it under the tools. This is where grades are going to be posted. So not to brag, look at me. Announcements. So you can see this is where the university is going to put updates when Blackboard will be down. It also might be where your faculty member might post information. for you to know. Here's some IT support information, how to get help, information on your accounts. Here's the Duo authentication that I talked about, how to get your passwords. So if you're having problems with that, here's some links for you to go to. There are some tutorials on Blackboard here and some text guides. So if you want to really dive into Blackboard, here's some assistance. As a student, you do get a copy of Microsoft Office 365 for free. So if you don't have that already, feel free to come here, go through the process, you can download it. As part of Blackboard, at the end of the semester, our faculty evaluations get dropped in here, so you can provide your feedback to your faculty about how classes went. And then, of course, you can always download the app to reach Blackboard off of your phone or mobile device. That comes in handy. That's an easy way to stay in touch also with your faculty member, see if there's announcements, and also if you're on the go and you need to submit something, it's right there on your phone. This is where your courses are going to be listed. And I know one of the questions was, what does it mean if it's not highlighted? That means at this moment, it's not active for you to get into. And it could be that at the moment, there's nothing placed in that course, or it's during a time where that course is not being offered. So for example, if you are registered for mini sessions, your fall 2 is not available yet. It usually comes on sometime in September, right before the classes begin. And so you won't quite see that yet. So as you can see kind of here, for last year, it didn't become available until October, before I was going to start that class. So they pop up and you're able to get into them as the faculty opens them up to you. If you have any messages, say you're corresponding back and forth with a faculty member, there's going to be some responses here on my messages. And then, of course, you can browse the catalog from here as well. So let me just click around. Oh, let me talk about these tabs at the top. So this My Island Online, this is what we are viewing right now. Under courses, this is all of my course listings. You can click on them from here to get to a specific one. And then you can ignore this content collection that belongs to those of us that are instructors and are building courses. So let me just click around in a course real quick. We'll just take this one. And so once you hop into a course, you're going to see a different panel on the side. And this can change based on your faculty member. Some of them follow a very particular pattern. Every time you take that professor, it's going to be the same. Sometimes it's different, and I'll kind of show you the difference. So typically there's always a welcome announcement, the syllabus, a calendar where you can find your grades. And I'll click in and out. This is going to be a class that I'm taking, so there's not a lot of info yet. So if I clicked on the syllabus, you'll see that there's no content yet. My professor has not loaded it at this time, and so it will pop up probably in the next few days. Under the communications tool, under notifications, that's typically where they're going to send a notice to you about an assignment, something like that. Announcements, that's something, again, from the faculty. If they want to say, hey, we're having a live chat, here's my web link, they'll pop it there in the announcements. This is how you can email either your professor or those in the class. And then this is where your messages are going to be. Typically, in all of your classes, there's a discussion forum. There's an ability for you to create groups, to blog, and sometimes this might be part of your assignments. Your professor might say in the blog session, start a thread based on your assignment and then everybody in your class has to make comment. I'll go a little bit more into that in a second. You could have journals, you can have wikis, you can collaborate amongst each other, and then of course you can host meetings through Blackboard. And then these are the general resources that you're going to find for everybody on campus. Okay, so let me actually take you to, since this is one that I'm getting ready to take, there's not a lot of information, but let me go hop into this real quick. So of course, not all of them are going to look like this. My particular professor for this course that I took during summer 2. So you'll see up here, this is your course, tells you when you're taking it and its name. He builds it a little bit differently. He does a lot of website modules. And so it's very visual like this. And so as you can see up here is the start. Here's the syllabus that typically will open. He has his built out into a web page. Not all of them are like that. Some of them are PDF. There's typically a discussion forum. Always check. There's typically some request for an introduction maybe, where you will go in, everybody posts who they are, they'll share their information, things like that. And then we'll get to what your actual like assignments are. So for this course specifically, you may not see this in yours. It might be completely different. So take this with a grain of salt. For this course, I had 5 modules. Each one had my assignments. This usually when you see the little link at the top means they want you to add in. And again, don't look at this assignment. It's very different from class to class. But this is where, you know, you're going to post a journal. Click here. And all of this is going to go eventually. I'll just click on, let's see, journal. So this is an actual like assignment that you create a journal entry, you attach your thing, or you write it out. So good evening, here's my journal post. And then you're going to submit it. They'll grade it, things of that nature. Let me go to one that actually has, oops, here we go. Let's go to this one. There might be presentation. Sometimes there's video as part of it. You know, that's critiques, things like that. You're going to pretty much find it on the side. I'm going to hop out of this one and go to one of the different courses that you can possibly, this professor has achievements built in. So as you complete assignments, you kind of get the little like, hey, good job, thumbs up. You might see it folders as well. And essentially each folder is information that they're putting in for you to click on. So let's do this one, and it's going to open into some more. So there's things for you to read in their articles, stuff like that. Let me go to, if I'm clicking too fast or you have a question, let me know. So for example, this upcoming semester and this one, here's what my assignment is for this upcoming first week. There's several assignments built into it. There's going to be some threads that we answer and we have to post and things of that nature. So usually on the discussion forum, you find the one that you're going to post on, create a thread, put in your subject, type in your info, and you're going to submit it. Once it's submitted, then you typically will answer to your other fellow students, give a response, give a critique, whatever your assignment is at that time. Grades typically, you can see the grades off of the My Grades section. So I'll be nice. I'll show you my grades here. this is what they are. Sometimes they do a response. There's usually due dates, and there's usually, if you are late, something will come to you saying that you're late. You may or may not be able to submit a late assignment. That's going to be dependent on the faculty member as well. So it really can change from course to course. Can I answer any questions for anybody?
Quick question.
Sure.
Since I said on the courses that I have I have the mini semester or fall semester one, and the course that I signed up for is currently unavailable. Now, would you be able to register for a course that is not going to be available for the mini
Yes.
semester?
Yeah, so for example, my program is instructional design. It is a 7 weeks a degree. So I register for the fall semester. I register for my fall 1, my fall 2. But right now, only my fall 1 schedule is available to me. My fall 2 won't be available until October. So these have already passed that are grayed out.
Okay.
But yes, you can register. Usually also say you've only registered for fall 1. The university, and say there's something you want to take fall 2, the university will usually send a reminder saying, hey, you still would have a chance to register for fall 2. And you can add that in later too, also on a different note.
But you won't be able to register for a course that is not offered that particular semester, right?
No, you only will be able to register for what is coming up. So right now, I'll just give a little registration cycle. So in the, okay, you're starting right now, you were able to register for fall. In November, you can register for spring. In April, you can register for summer, and typically fall. So in springtime, you can typically cover your summer and your fall semester as you go. So you kind of have to wait until mid-semester before you can register for the next semester.
And if we register for a class and it says currently not available, that just means that the instructor has not uploaded anything.
Right. If you're taking that class fall 1, it just could be that faculty member has not put anything up yet. It's the 17th. I think they have until Friday actually to load up their stuff. So most of the faculty just came back yesterday. So I think they have until Friday to get their stuff posted.
Oh, very good. Okay, thank you very much for answering my question.
No problem. Other questions? I'm not really checking the chat, so if you've put something in the chat, let me know. I don't see anything in the chat. Can I help show anything? We're good on Blackboard. Can I help with anything else? I know earlier there's some degree plan stuff. Do y'all want to look at degree plan? I mean, degree works. No? Okay. We don't have to do that. I was like, we don't have to do that. Anything else? If not, then
I have a question.
Sure.
Yeah, today is actually for whole graduate student, right? It's not specifically for some certain college. Let's say I'm taking an online MBA. So is there any individual college, let's say College of Business, do they have a plan to have host kind of orientation?
So they don't have their own orientation, but tomorrow, let me see, let me get online real quick, and I think my video actually turned off. But let me see, they are doing a virtual session tomorrow. So let me pop over to that. Graduate orientation. I'll just click on that one. Let's see. So schedule under program coordinator chats. So if you're doing the online MBA, they're doing a chat tomorrow at 6. And that's going to be probably with Tiffany Curry, who is College of Business Outreach. And so she works with Sharon Polanski. And more than likely, you'll work a lot with her, with Tiffany.
Oh, that's good. But it was not in the email. Every time, this is Blackboard, inside Blackboard?
This is not inside a Blackboard. This is off the orientation page. So
Oh, I see.
here, I'm going to put the link right there in the chat session. And these are just kind of like impromptu. So these are not required sessions at all. This is if you have the time and you want to pop in to see them. For those that are in College of Business, if anybody is still on, your program is kind of very determined. So you don't get to stray off the degree plan or anything like that. You pretty much, you follow it and that's what it is. You don't get to jump around because things are in cycles. And I can say that as well, like for my program, Instructional Design, it is on a cycle. If I choose not to take a course offered during that time, I have to wait until the following year because it's only offered once a year, because it's a smaller program. So, you know, those are some of those things like that. How do I register for Fall 2 for Instructional Design? Go through SAIL. When you, let me go to SAIL real quick. I'll jump over there. And then I saw somebody ask about degree work. So when you're here on SAIL, you can see, let's look at the online course schedule. You can select the term. It's easiest if you're on a 7-week to still pick the full term, but you can pull the mini if you want. Since there's a question about IDET, I'll go jump onto the IDET page. I'll do that right there. And so right here, always pay attention to these dates. If you see it going from 8 to 12, that means it's a full semester. If you see it going from 8 to 10, that is fall 1. If you see it going 10 to 12, that is fall 2. And so at this point, you can still add classes in. You have time right now to still do it through SAIL. Come the first day of class, all registration is in person with the registrar's office. So if you want to add a class and not have to come in person, do it now through SAIL. Let's see. Hope that answered your questions about SAIL. Also, here's your call number. When you go and you add it, this is the number you're going to pop in. You just type it in, hit enter, and it will add it to you. And then, of course, it's going to change your bill for tuition. Let's see. Let's go to DegreeWorks. And it's going to log me in, so you'll get to see my stuff. It's easy for me just to go put it in the search bar because I won't remember all of these links. So I use the search bar a lot off of our webpage. So this is DegreeWorks. Over here on the side is login, and it's going to log me in. And so you're going to see at the top your classification in all of your information, what your program is. You're also going to see your advisor. This is my faculty advisor right here. This is my graduate academic advisor. So this was Dr. Shaw, who was on earlier. And information, and talks about your progress, where you are in your degree plan. So this is what I need for my degree plan. So anybody looking going, oh my gosh, isn't anything like that? For my IDEP program, we do this at the end. For some programs, you need to declare your degree, do your degree plan at the very beginning. Check the graduate handbook. It will tell you when you need to file your degree plan. These are the requirements for my program. So as you can see, my program requires a comprehensive exam. It will tell you that based on your program, your foundational courses, and then the courses for your actual program. And any specializations you are doing are included as well. What I'm pre-registered for. So this is what I'm in progress with. And then those are my undergrad classes. So if you are a student here at the university for undergrad, your undergrad stuff is included in this as well. So right now I'm incomplete because I still have 9 hours in my program to finish at this moment. Questions on degree works. And so this is kind of what you want to follow. It's going to tell you which courses are required for your program. And if they are incomplete, they'll have this little red mark by them. I've already finished my core courses. And I still have my practicum to do. So if you have a practicum in your program, that will be there. If you have clinicals, that will show up. Capstone will show up. All of them are broken down as part of this. Other questions? Stop sharing.
Too many information.
It's a lot of information. Yes, it's a lot of information. But no, let me give you my personal. I graduated from the university with my undergrad 20 years ago. It took me 20 years before I came back for my master's degree. So talk about a big change from then to now on technology, on everything. It was a bit eye-opening for me coming back to school. And it was something when I graduated my undergrad, I started on a master's, but life happened. Things happened, and it's taken me a little time to come back. But stick with it. There's, like the dean and all the presenters said, there's going to be times where you're going to be like, I don't know if I can do this. I can tell you, I hit that point 1 or 2 times at the beginning that I was like, I don't know if I can do this, and I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's right there. And it's well worth it. And if anybody's working on their PhD, I know there's a long light way at the end of that tunnel. But you get there. Let us, we're here to help you. Both Sophia and I are in Grow. We both are students, as are several other people in our department, both masters and doctoral. We know what you're going through. Let us help you. Let us help answer those questions.
Thank you.
It's okay.
I'm actually a little bit more than you. I have 27 years in between undergraduate and graduates. So I'm so much overwhelmed today. So many information and many things to do. Yeah, let's figure out. Cross fingers.
Yeah, it's a lot, but take it step by step. And if you hit a roadblock, within the first, week, contact us, Sophia or myself, and we're happy to help you get through it.
Thank you.
Don't freak out yet. Don't freak out. It's okay. Other questions? Anything else I can help y'all with tonight? Nope.
No, we're good. Just thank you.
All right. Well, thank y'all for staying on with me. Again, if y'all have questions, let us know. But y'all have a wonderful semester, and y'all stay safe wherever y'all are.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We're going to go ahead and end this meeting.